Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Tony Stark Iron Man, issue number 9. This is a really crazy, messed up cover. Like, it's hard to tell what the frick is going on here. Like, what am I looking at? Honestly, what am I looking at? Anyway, there's just a lot of detail in it, and I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but hey, at least they're not spoiling anything for the next issue. Oh my god, maybe they are. Let's get into this comic book. With a Heart of Steel, Stark Realities Part 4. Dan Slott and Jim Zub are the writers. Artist Valerio Scheide and Paulo Rivera. Color artist Edgar Delgado. Letters VC's Joe Caramonga. Alexandra Lozano did that cover. Variant cover by Alex Ross. I love you, man. And Koi Pham did another cover. Carlos Lau is the graphic designer. Alright, and of course, Iron Man is created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby. Did I almost say John Heck? Who the heck is John Heck? Anyway, so there were a lot of really cool moments in this comic book. There were dozens of scenes that just had me going, which all in all made for a pretty good issue. What do you call it? The controller was finally taken out by the Wasp. The Avengers couldn't come to help him out. The champions couldn't come. It's like Jim Zub is here. All of a sudden, the champions show up. Well, kind of. I'm good with that. I'm 100% good with that. Just, it's a funny joke. I can't miss a joke. So anyway, what do you call it? Yeah, Wasp winds up taking out the Hulk-sized controller. This is actually cool because he did look like the Hulk or the Ultimate Hulk. Now, if this was the Ultimate Wasp in the Ultimates way back in the day, I think that was the first volume. Maybe it was the second, but I think it was the first, where there have been some Ultimate boobies. I'm just saying, does anybody else remember that scene? That's all I can think of when I'm looking at this. It's like, oh, please don't do that. Please don't relive that moment. What do you call it? But yeah, she proves to be a badass, which, yes, that's what the Wasp is. She genuinely is a straight-up badass, and she shows in this issue. Thank you. We get to see Cade. Cade actually gets, what the frick is her first? I always remember her name. I oftentimes accidentally almost say her name. Cade or Cabe. Anyway, Tony's security guard, the chief of security for all intents and purposes. She actually winds up getting control of herself for a moment because Wasp was able to distract the controller. That was cool because, like, her training is not just physical, it's mental. And, like, you could tell because she right away, hold on, this happened and that happened and all the blackouts and all and the strange security. Oh my God, I'm the mole. I'm being mind controlled. Okay, so she flips her gun over to stun, tosses it to Andy Bang, and is like, listen, it's on stun, shoot me before the controller takes, oh, you're gonna die. And then he fortunately shoots her. He did a good job. She did an amazing job. Wow. Wow, I need to see, oh, Bethany Cabe, that's her name. Yeah, I need to see, like, it just came back in. I think I got stunned. But I need to see more of Bethany Cabe like this. Like this. Rhodey used to be his chief of security. At this point, it's going to be very hard for him to do. Yeah, well, it used to be his pilot also, but kind of, deferred to. But I loved Bethany Cabe in this. For the short moment that she was here in this comic book, that was awesome. Maybe she could team up with Dominic Fortune in an upcoming issue. And I don't put it past anybody, man. There's a lot of spy espionage stuff. We saw a brief hint of Machine Man actually being a good guy in the previous issue, which is a damn good thing, and it was followed up in here also. I thought it was cute that they made him, kind of wicked evil in this one. I get it. We've seen that before in Avengers Next, I think the book was called. Anyway, but that was only good for like one issue, him being bad, but like they just kept on making him bad in this series. Excuse me, Tony Stark Iron Man, and I didn't like it. It left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, what the frick? Like, why is he a bad guy? Why is he evil? Why is he against you? What reason does he have to be against flesh bags? It's one thing to say flesh bags. It's another thing to actually believe it, But anyway, yeah, so he was actually a hero in this. I don't even, I wanted him to be a hero for so long in this comic book, these 9 months or whatever that the comic book's been coming out, that, you know what, I don't even need an explanation as to why he turned good. Just make the guy good. and then we're good. A whole bunch of other things happening here. The demon in the bottle thing, it's just like literally with a hand slap, all of a sudden we're done. That the whole so-called storyline is done. God, that was just such a waste. Such a waste. Because now what about if somebody else comes along and they say, you know what? I'd like to actually revisit Demon in a Bottle. They're like, yeah, you better not, because Slott did a epically failed attempt on that. And like, that's no disrespect against Dan Slott. The guy's done so many amazing things in the past that, you know, and currently that you can survive one thing that's like, you know, wow, greatest wasted potential ever. All right. That being said, there was a recall of the, a callback, I should say, to the old Iron Man TV series. Now, when I was a kid, this was already in syndication. We were already seeing reruns of this. But Jack Kirby and a few others, whatever, had gotten together and they made several comic books that were specifically going to be turned into TV series, you know, animated. And it was really just like a stop animation comic book. They would have like a single panel and they would have like an arm move. They had this one thing where Thor and Hercules were fighting each other. And it was just an image of them going like this, but their hands were going like this. And you know, like Hercules is whacking Thor with his golden mace, and the Uru hammer is coming down on top of Hercules. And just, you know, like that's all that you could see. And it's like, it was so stupid. But when I was a kid, it was the greatest thing I've ever seen. And I was addicted to these. And I've seen all the episodes multiple times. You could still find them on YouTube. Wow, it was amazing. So anyway, we get a call back to that. It's actually the old theme song. Tony Stark makes you feel it. Look, however, I always got that song wrong. Don't care. It was amazing. Same one, same time period that Captain America throws his mighty shield. That one. So that was perfect. We actually got a scene, like a whole page of panels of that, and it looked perfect. And like, you got to give a shout out to Valerio Scheide and Paulo Rivera, man, and whoever else was involved in that, because that just looked so authentic. And if you think about that, I'm pretty sure that was also Jack Kirby back in the day. I'm pretty sure that was him making all of those. Perfection. Genuinely good comic book, man. Like front, back, and center. Great comic book. So yeah, Tony Stark Iron Man is back. I don't know if it's because Jim Zub jumped on or not. I would have to imagine yes, but I'm not on the inside. I'm not going to go and start, you know, poking around for questions. I'm just happy to get a good comic book. And that's exactly what I got here. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.